Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews. Now, something a little bit different today. I promised a good friend I would do this quite a while ago. I don't know why I promised him. I'm the one that paid for these things. But today, I am going to go through something that he got me, especially from his trip to Florida. So he went all the way to Florida, didn't enjoy it, didn't like it, because that's the kind of person he is. But never mind, that's on him. I enjoyed it because he brought back stuff from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge for me. Brilliant. Like I said, I actually paid for it though. So, it's more beneficial for me than it was for him. It just added weight to his case, but never mind. So I'm going to go through exactly what he got for me when he went, and he went quite a while ago now. But things as they've been, I've not had time to get round to opening these things up, having a look at them, and basically, explaining to him just what the hell they actually are. Now, there are plenty of videos about these already on the internet. These things have been available since Galaxy's Edge opened up. I've wanted them ever since they came out, basically, because I'm that much of a nerd. I think they'll look great in a little project that I'm doing. But nevertheless, here we go. So they are the Jedi and the Sith Holocrons. So, especially from Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the Black Spire Outpost, Batu, whatever you want to call it. I've still not been. Don't know when I'm going to get to go out to see it for myself, which is why I was more than determined that he would pick these up for me. So, what he's got for me, like I said, is the Jedi and Sith Holocrons. Now, they come in these lovely little bags. So you get a blue thingy bag, so blue tag bag for the Jedi one, and a red tag bag for the Sith. How creative of Disney there. And then what they are specifically is these. So, like I said, these have been flaunted all over YouTube and whatever for the last few years since they came out. But now I have them. I do actually have them. I'm doing some terrible camera angle in there. But there you go. Jedi and Sith Holocrons. Essentially, they are just good for display for me. I'm all about the collection and display, and for me, these are perfect. But they do have something very special. Especially if you care, that is. If you don't care, then you're not really going to care at all. Oh, got so much fun up my nose. Fly or something. God damn it. But anyway, so you twist these specifically, and oh, well, there you go. It does make a noise. So the Sith turns on and it glows a nice lovely red. You can hear force kind of stuff going on. It's fading in and out. And then if you hold it in a specific way, which I think is here. We are Sith. Oh, it's beautiful. Now that apparently is Darth Bane's voice. So Darth Bane is an old Legends character. Now he's a canon character, like so many of the Legend stuff is. Disney went, oh god, it's actually brilliant. Maybe we should utilize it. And so here we go. You hold it again.
Do you know who I am?
Well, I think so. Let's hold it again.
The Sith killed each other, victims of their own greed. But from the ashes of destruction, I was the last survivor. I chose to pass my knowledge on to only one. I created a legacy.
Oh, I think I just about turned it off. I turned it the wrong way.
We are
It's repeating again. So that's my fault for basically trying to turn it off, when I should have been trying to open it up a bit more. But essentially, the holocrons, in sort of Star Wars lore, I guess, brought more prominently as a result of Rebels TV show. They're designed to pass on knowledge, to other Jedi, sort of like in a library kind of thing. So specific knowledge, teachings, things like that. That's what they're designed for. So obviously the Sith and the Jedi have got there for their own specific purposes. With these, obviously, this one has the voice of Darth Bane. I believe that voice, you first kind of hear it in Rebels. I could be wrong there, but that's what it is. Now, with these, thankfully, you do get a little instruction manual telling you what to do. Great, thank you. You also get a nice lovely USB cable. No actual plug, but you can plug this into a normal USB thing on your computer or whatever, and it'll simply go in there and charge up nicely. So there's no other internal batteries, no unscrewing and putting in of batteries. Brilliant, brilliant, great stuff. And it's the same with this one. So this is the Jedi Holocron, and very much like the Sith one, you turn it like this, turn that like this, and it lights up in a nice lovely blue. That one's loud.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
Oh God, that's something we all kind of miss. Good job you're there, everyone.
This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the temple. That time has passed, and our future is uncertain. We will each be challenged. Our trust, our faith, our friendships. But we must persevere, and in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
Oh, lovely. So, again, you have there the USB connector at the back. Some lovely, lovely little writing there, and that's where the speaker is. That's quite loud. That's louder than the Sith one, actually, surprisingly. But yeah, so that's a lovely message from Master Kenobi telling us not to go back to the Jedi Temple because that time has passed because Anakin's fucking killed everyone. So that's obviously supposed to be the message that Obi-Wan Kenobi leaves during episode 3 when him and Master Yoda go back and tell everyone and find out everyone's been bloody massacred. He's nice and calm there, isn't he? Bless him. But yes, so besides, you know, just these random little stories that we get, these little 3 little prongs, you can actually put other stuff in them. Intriguing. So what you can put in them, interestingly enough, is something like this. So this is a kyber crystal. Now these are designed again from Galaxy's Edge, and there primarily you can go and build your own lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge. Again, I've not experienced that. I don't know how it is. I don't know what it's like, but I have obviously viewed quite a lot of videos on it. And when you're there, you get to choose what color lightsaber you want. And the idea behind these is that these represent specific colors. So when you're there, you pick blue. You can pick green. You can pick yellow. To be fair, I don't think you can pick yellow. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. White, purple, and red. Now, so obviously, when you build your own lightsaber, you can't have all of them in one go. So Disney, in their shrewdness, decided to sell them all separately as well. Now, in lore, obviously, the Jedi all went to specific places to obtain crystals for their lightsabers. So like the central heart, and the crystal would reach out to them and they'd reach out to the crystal. We get to experience that ourselves in Jedi Fallen Order, the game. And in recent times, the kyber crystals have become more and more prominent, especially in Rogue One. The kyber crystals themselves, which the Empire basically destroy Jeddah and basically mine the entirety of Jeddah in order to obtain kyber crystals to power the Death Star. In Jedi Fallen Order, we see when Cal Kestis goes to Ilum, which is a planet specifically intense with kyber crystals. It's basically a planet of complete kyber, if you like. The Empire have started building a massive trench and they are strip mining the planet of kyber crystals. Eventually that planet becomes Starkiller Base in The Force Awakens, and that's all I'm going to say on that. But the Empire used the kyber crystals. The Emperor obviously knew all about kyber crystals. He had his own lightsaber. And the kyber crystals power the lightsaber. They're in tune with the Force and it all comes through from there. But with these, not only do you put these in your lightsaber that you build there and it changes the color and changes the sound, these, when you put them in one of these, changes this, and you get a different voice, you get a different color. So this, if I put this green one in, will light up in a greeny kind of way, and then we'll hear a specific voice. Now, interesting enough, there are 6 different colors. There are 6 different colors. However, there are multiple different voices on different kyber crystals. It's basically a potluck kind of draw. On this one, I think it's Yoda or Qui-Gon that you can get, unless you get a specific Yoda one. Now, the ones with gold on them, these ones, are what they call the 8-ball kyber crystals. So basically, you ask for knowledge, like an 8-ball, when you put these in one of the holocrons, and it will basically give you a very vague answer. Contrary to this one, which will be quotes and phrases from the TV show, film, whatever it might be. This one is simply, yes, the Force will help you, or some other thing. That's what these are specifically. So the ones with gold on, they're 8-ball kind of style. You know, you shake the 8-ball and you go, am I ever going to get a decent job, or am I going to be stressed for the rest of my life? And it goes, don't count on it. Yeah, there you go, that kind of stuff. But alas, here we go. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do separate videos for each of these voice things. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these, because I know specifically that my good friend, Mr. James Mason, wanted to see what they were like. So I'm going to open one up. I've got very good scissors here. So I'm going to do it in a way that doesn't really damage anything too much, because I don't really want this video to drag on too long, because obviously there have been plenty of videos out there. God, these scissors are terrible. There are plenty of videos out there already about these kyber crystals, and nobody really wants to see me ramble on too much about them. But I am going to, when I can get into it. Okay, Disney. Oh, there we go. Right. So I'm going to open this green one first. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, funnily enough, this is the first time I've actually seen one of these in person. So even I'm going to be a bit surprised and a bit interested. This is, oh God, I've just dropped something. Oh, there we go. So there's a nice lovely lid there. Place that on. Be careful. Tiny ass bit of plastic there. So if you let your kids have this, you're in trouble. God almighty. And there it is. There is that nice lovely kyber crystal. So this is what fuels a lightsaber. Or fuels the Death Star. Whichever way you want to look at it. They do look quite nice there. Interesting. So basically what is in that, when it focuses in, is like a reader. And basically these things read whatever's on it. Quite simply. You can get custom ones. There's plenty of shops on Etsy and eBay selling custom ones. But there it is. And if you wanted to, there you go. You can store it in that nice lovely lid. How delightful. How very clever. Well worth the... I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you how much I fucking paid for this shit. Now, Mr. Mason, paid $259.75 for these, which means I paid $259.75 for these, including tax. And just out of curiosity, the tax, $15.85. One of these alone, at the time of purchase, the price has probably gone up by now because it's Disney, and we all know they're fucking struggling at the minute, don't we? So the price at the time for one of these was $17.99. Now, all over eBay, you will see scalpy prices upwards of £25. I know because I had a look before. And that's assuming somebody's brought them back, kind of like what James has done, and then just gone, you know what, they're not selling these in Shop Disney, not selling these in Shop Disney, so I'm going to whack them up, and somebody will pay for them. So yeah, $17.99 for one of these, that's dollars. Don't know what the conversion rate is. Probably about roughly 15 quid, I reckon. Maybe more. These were 49.99. Both of these each. So yeah, $50 each. Not daft Disney. They know that people want these things. They know that I'm an absolute arsehole and need these things. But yes, anyway, so there you go. That's the price. And thankfully shipping was free, because if you had to charge shipping, bringing them back in its case, we wouldn't be friends anymore. But yes, there we go. So trying to get this one open is a little bit more difficult. So, like I said, you get the kyber crystal in here, where this little slot is, but that one's really difficult to get hold of. There we go. So, gotta turn it on first. Okay, and then hopefully it should work. So you slot it in like this. Alright, calm down. And then, hey, there you go. So it's worked. It's changed colour. You can see it's changed colour. Interesting.
Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
Hey!
Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
It's Qui-Gon Jinn. You know what? I'm pretty chuffed. I love Qui-Gon.
Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think. Use your instincts.
Thank you. Last one, I think.
I am a manifestation of the Force. A force that consists of two parts. Living beings generate the living force, which in turn powers the wellspring that is the cosmic force.
So that's a quote from Rebels, I think.
Midichlorians are a microscopic life form that resides within all living cells. And we are symbionts with them. Life forms living together for mutual advantage. Without the midichlorians, life could not exist, and we would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to us, telling us the will of the Force. When you learn to quiet your mind, you'll hear them speaking to you.
That quote went on quite a while. See if there's any more.
May the Force be with you.
Last one.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Right, there's quite a few here, actually.
I am a manifestation of the Force.
Right. So we can assume that one's over. So there you go. Different voices, different colours. They all do the same. They all light up in a different way. But I'm not going to do any more in this video. I'm going to break it down. Just do quick little videos for each one. But there you go. Qui-Gon Jinn. All right. Nice one. Cheers, James. Bit of Qui-Gon. They've still not released a Qui-Gon lightsaber over here, but never mind. But yeah, there you go. That's that. So, in this particular one, I am going to open one more of these. I will do, like I said, the other ones. Maybe I should just open them all. I don't know. I will just open one more for the time being, just while we are here. There you go. Goes back in pretty snug. I'm going to open this red one because there was a thing in Galaxy's Edge where, if you're lucky, inside a red container, you may get a black kyber crystal. So James specifically wanted me to open this on camera to see whether we're lucky enough to get a black kyber crystal inside this. So in the black kyber crystal, like I said, in the red ones you probably either get Palpatine, Dooku, Vader, or Darth Maul. So obviously Darth Maul from Rebels, because in Phantom Menace it doesn't say anything. Well, it says two things. I think you hear that, I don't know. But yes, with the black one, black crystal specifically, you get Supreme Leader Snoke. What a classic villain he was. But they're apparently pretty rare. So if you get one, well done, congratulations. Put it on eBay, because other people do, and they're going for £250, which is what I saw a few hours ago. Disgusting. You fake collectors who end up selling stuff like that make me sick, tell you the truth. So I'm going to open this one on camera, just to see what it is. Obviously be pretty chuffed regardless, because I've never owned any of these. Obviously, I do have a red one here. This one will be a bog standard red one, but it'll be specifically Vader's voice giving you words of wisdom. But yes, these ones and the gold ones will be bog standard red ones. They won't contain, you know, a black one if you're lucky. So here we go. I'm gonna open it facing the camera, and we'll see. It's just a normal red one. It's just a normal red one, James. Oh Christ! So what they do, because they're little sneaks, because what people were doing in Galaxy's Edge, what they were doing in order to get a black one, when they first released these, they would hold them up to the light and you could see through the container. So what they've started doing now is put this little black piece of paper in so that you can't see. So when you hold it up, you can't see through it. But this is just a normal red one. Again, perfectly fine. And that's what a red one looks like. So I think for posterity, I was going to say, I will put this red one in the Sith Holocron and see what it comes up with while we're here. Interesting enough, you can put these in the opposing ones as well. And what you'd get with a red one and a blue one, I think it's Yoda. I think almost like battling it, I think. And if you were to put a colour one in there, you'd get the Emperor, I think. Again, I've not tried it. I can't remember, the videos are a few years old now that everybody else has put on, so I'll turn this on. The audio is definitely quieter on this, I think. Oh. So yeah, crystal goes in this bit here. There you go, same thing, you pull this one out. Funnily enough, this one's actually easier to open. Let's see who it is.
Let me help you to know the subtleties of the Force. My mentor taught me everything about the Force, even the nature of the dark side.
So it's Emperor Palpatine. Pretty sweet.
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become.
James, that sounds like you when you've got a hangover.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
Yeah.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
You have some unnatural abilities as well, don't you? You manage to repel women left, right and centre.
Now you will experience the full power of the dark side. If one is to understand the great mystery, one must study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic narrow view of the Jedi. If you wish to become a complete and wise leader, you must embrace a larger view of the Force.
Caught me out there while I was drinking.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
There you go. So it's just repeating. So it just goes around in circles. But a lot of those quotes are, they're from all over, from the multiple films. Interesting enough. I don't think there are any there from Return the Jedi, weirdly enough. But there you go. So there is the voice changing elements for the Sith Holocron. Can't remember what I was going to say there, with Emperor Palpatine. Pretty good. So yeah, there you go. There is sort of a rundown of all of these two items: a green kyber crystal and a red kyber crystal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of separate videos over the next few weeks just to run through it. Not expecting much traction on these because, like I said, these have been out for a number of years now, for a couple of years since Galaxy's Edge opened. Of course, Galaxy's Edge is subject to change. Things are changing all the time. They have re-released the Kyber crystals, the Holocrons. They've got new variants 2.0. Not sure what the differences are. I don't think there's much. Possibly just to iron out some of the faults and flaws with these. There is a thing as well that I'm aware of where you can connect these together. I'm not going to bother here. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, there you go. So, James, I finally did it. I finally went through this stuff that cost me $260. But yeah, they're going to look great. They're going to look great on display. And that's the thing. A lot of this stuff for me is just stuff to put on display. I quite like them. Yes, so if you're intrigued about Kyber crystal stuff, stay tuned. There will be other videos where I'm going to go through specifically purple crystal, made famous by Mace Windu. Then we're going to have the white Kyber crystal. Very recently, Ahsoka Tano, made famous by her. She has a white lightsaber blade. And then we have the yellow Kyber crystal. So this is sort of like a colour that's really getting prominence at the minute. At the end of, what's it called? The last Star Wars film. Oh, geez, Rise of Skywalker. Rey has a yellow lightsaber blade, but the Temple Guards in the Rebels TV series have yellow lightsabers. So with this, you'll either get Chiro Imre from Rebels, from Rogue One, or you will get a Jedi Temple Guard from Rebels as the voice. Or is it Maz Kanata? I think it's Maz Kanata, actually. Maz Kanata instead of Chiro Imre. And then obviously you have the blue Kyber crystal. I think you'll either get like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something else to do with that. But there you go. Yeah. All done. Half an hour of talking about trinkets. What could be better? So yeah, there you go. That's been my sort of like, I thought it was going to be a bit quicker than this, but that's sort of my overview of the Jedi and Sith Holocrons and 2 of the Kyber crystals. We found out we had Qui-Gon Jinn, very happy about that, and of course Emperor Palpatine, our Lord and Saviour. Superb. So there you go. That's it for this video. If you do like, please. If you liked this video and want to see more stuff like this, I am going to go through these irregardless. There's at least another 6 videos just showing how these different Kyber crystals work in the different holocrons. But if you did like this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. What do you think about these Kyber crystals? If you want to be generous and buy me a lightsaber from Savvy's workshop, do it. Send it to me. It'd be great. Thank you. No, seriously. Stay tuned for the next video. It will be coming pretty soon. But thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.